Good Saturday morning. How you doing out there? Well, I'm in the shop here. Make a quick video. I don't know, just to let you know that um, what's going on around here without getting into too many details. Um, my wife's laptop came in a few days ago. Dell 5400, Dell Latitude 5400. As I showed on the Cumberland Farms flat video, she was able to get her Gmail in there with no problem whatsoever, but it's totally impossible for her or me to get her AT&T Yahoo mail in there, which is our sbcglobal.net. They forced her to have a new email, which has nothing to do with ATT and Yahoo. SBC Global has nothing to do with it, but it was a link that she had to click on when she was trying to sign in, and I know she had the right passwords. She's pretty well confined to the reclining chair because she has a lot of physical problems, and she needs that SBC Global email. Okay. There's some problems that I'm not going to get into. I tried to get help, but I made things worse. So basically, what we're going to do, I think, I got to talk it over with my wife. There's a local computer shop in our area. I have no idea what he's going to charge, and I'm going to have him see if he can get the SBC Global email into our Windows 11, her Windows 11 laptop. She's able to do other things on it. She, like I say, she can put her Gmail in there. There was no problem whatsoever. It's just that she cannot do that. And also, she cannot get her AT&T SBC Global or Yahoo Mail. I don't know. Yahoo Mail and AT&T is the same thing, okay? That's what it is on ours anyways. And when you got the whole email address, you got at sbcglobal.net. Okay, this is what we use. We use that 100% on everything. Okay, the bill paying, everything. This has got to go in there, even if we have to pay through the nose at the computer shop to do it. Okay, so anyways, I am stupid when it comes to computers, and I'll be the first to tell you that. So I guess I'm going to talk it over with her and see. She might try later. Yesterday she didn't at all. She had an appointment at the urologist, so she had some issues. She fell again in the house, so I'm not going to get into that. Okay. I'm not straining relationships. I did that with my buddy Dave. I bothered him so much with computer questions. I cannot understand it. I cannot. And it creates a problem with my best friend. So I'm not going to bother him anymore. So, I don't want to get into any more of that. Okay. Because it becomes a rant and we don't need that. I found out that there was some issues that he had, and I didn't know that until after the fact. So, sometimes, you can be a best of friends in the world, and you bother somebody that is very knowledgeable on computers or whatever it is, whether it's computers or car repairs or whatever, and me, I don't understand it. You can tell me 1,000 times, and I don't understand it. Okay? And I've created problems with my viewers when I used to have the comments open. They'd tell me how to do it. I do it. It don't work. I'm sorry, it don't work for me, you know. And it doesn't help when you got bad eyesight. And Windows 11 is completely different than Windows 10. The buttons are in a different place. My wife had a problem with it. So we're not gonna strain any more relationships. It's just not gonna happen. So I wasn't gonna make this video, but I wanted to do that to know. And comments are gonna be off. I'm sorry, because I'm not gonna have any problems with any nasty comments. So I know there's nothing really I can do. My last resort is a computer shop, and that's the only thing I can do. Gone are the days when you can get somebody to sit right there and do it for you. Those days are gone. And you bother somebody too much and they don't want to be bothered about it anymore. So, when you got a friendship that's 50 years old, you don't want to destroy it that way, So that's the way that is. Okay, so she tried getting AT&T Yahoo Mail in Tommy's tablet so she can use that, because she can't use the laptop to get the Yahoo Mail in that. That wouldn't take it. Okay? Her phone wouldn't take it. Okay? But we don't use email on the phones anyways, because the keyboard is too damn small. It's too complicated. A good old laptop computer or desktop computer is the only way. I have to go for blood work before the 11th of July. She tried to get into the Quest on her phone because she can't get it to the desktop. Couldn't do it. There was no continue button on the cell phone. To get to the Quest lab, you type all that information in, and you couldn't get any further. You couldn't continue, or whatever she had to do. So she had to close out of that. Then she tried getting into the tablet. Same thing. So you cannot do these things on a tablet or a cell phone. Hang on a minute. Damn good computer. $500 in 2010 we bought it. I found the receipt and the owner's manual and everything. It's in the computer case. But it's Windows 7. But it's only got 4 gigs of RAM in it. But I understand that this computer can be updated in the RAM. Although the book says max 4 gig. But yet on Google, on the places that sell memory, they have memory for this that you can increase it to I don't know what. But Windows, we were thinking of, well, I can't do it. I'd have to take it to a computer shop and bring it to Windows 10. However, I don't think it's worth it, because what's the use? So nice little computer, but it's way too big for my wife to have it on her lap in the reclining couch, which she's pretty well restricted to now. With her problems of falling, she's having physical therapy and everything else, but she can't stand on her legs too long, get wobbly, and they collect. Her knees just let go and she's on the floor. And we had to call 911 yesterday to get her back on the couch. So she's got, physical therapy, but that's only once a week. So, all right. So anyways, this is not connected to the internet simply because we had a new modem and we got a new key code. It's about a 50-character long. I can't put it in because I always do typos. We're not doing it on online. So basically, I guess Tommy expressed interest in it because he's not going online with it and probably watch videos and stuff on it with a bigger screen. But he's got a desktop, Windows 10. So he really does not need this. So our family photo here, which was taken years ago when we had better times, much better times. I would think that was taken at Sears when they had the photo places where you can go and have your family photo. So anyways, I got this in the shop simply because I wanted to charge it because we got no room in the house at all, no counter space, no nothing. The house is cluttered with medical supplies and stuff that the nurse orders and things like that. So, and all that kind of stuff. So it's really, it's bad. You know, I don't want to get into it. I don't want to put my problems out there for you people. You don't need to hear this. But I wanted to give you an update. The weather is much better. It looks like it's going to rain today, but at least the humidity is down. I hope it stays down. Today is Saturday. And they're doing a lot of paving, and they got the road, the manhole covers sticking out of the ground on the main road, about 3 to 4 inches up, and they don't bother painting them. So I almost slam into them, and you know, you hit one of them things, you're going to wreck your front end, or tires, or rim, or anything. So I got to drive all the way around to go to Cumberland's to get her coffee. I got to go to all the back roads and zip around, you know, so it's a lot of extra mileage and extra gas and stuff, but we got to do what we got to do. So anyways, so I got this up because I was charging it overnight, and over here, you can see the light is still on, and I know it's charged. The power supply is ice cold, so I guess the light don't go out, but it is charged, and of course, let me look at the battery down here because I can't see nothing without a magnifying glass, so you'll have to take my word for it, unless I can see what it is. I can't see that. I can't see that. Hang on a minute. You have to excuse me. It's not saying what it is. It's not saying. It did yesterday. I don't know why now. I can't read that. Maybe you can. I can't see that. Oh, 99%. Okay, I just unplugged it. 99% battery remaining. Okay. So as old as this computer is, battery's great in it. Now the Dell Latitude that my wife ordered, refurbished, you know, I was told that you get a reboxed at Best Buy. Well, I made inquiries about that before this. You're not going to get a rebox less than $800. We paid $251 for this, for the one that my wife has now. However, it claims a 3-hour battery life on a Dell 5400. YouTube videos are saying the 5400 has 12 hours. Yes, it's a used battery. It's probably worn out, but it didn't, just barely lasted 2 hours and the battery went dead. And because Windows 11, my wife didn't know that, you know. And like I say, there was some hard feelings there because I got, you know, I'm not going to talk about it, okay. Normally, you'd have your start button here, you click this, and you shut down. Because she got a low battery warning indicator, so she wanted to close it down, she couldn't. All your Windows 11 stuff is down here. Neither one of us in our lives have ever worked with Windows 11. So people just don't understand. You get somebody that has been dealing with it for several years, of course they're going to be experienced. You know, this is the problem I have all my life. When you got somebody that's an expert or very, very good at something, they expect you to understand that too. People don't realize. That is one thing I liked about my buddy, my old Nate Carver. He would explain something and I would understand it. Not computers, he wasn't into that. But you don't get teachers like that anymore. You know, this is why I repeat myself a lot, to make sure people understand, you know, and this is the way I am, and this is the way I like to be taught. I like to have things explained to me as to why it's done this way, why you can't do it that way, and I'm sorry, but that is the only way I can learn. However, I have to be at the computer doing it with you standing here, the expert standing here with me, and say, Bill, click on this, bring this up, then do that. Then when you do that, go here. If you do that, and I do it enough times, it will sink into my thick head. So anyways, this is a good computer, but you know, I don't care what anybody says. I don't care. Windows 7 is the best. Windows 10, well, it's a lot easier to use than 11. So all you got to do is go here, click, and didn't put my glasses on, and shut down. Okay, right here. And that's it. That's all she wrote. Windows 11, you got to go through a whole bunch of things, extra things. Each time they design a new operating system, you got a major learning curve again. It's a nice computer. It's in very good shape. My wife always takes good care of things. Kept in a case, a big case. You know, so, I mean, I'll turn that off afterwards. So I don't mean to go rattling on and on and on about my problems. That's not what this video is about. It's about, I'm sure I'm not alone. You got to remember, us old people can't deal with, most old people can't deal with it. I'm not saying all. There are some very smart people that are my age and older. Very smart. However, I would say the majority of us old people can't deal with this stuff. Like my cell phone. I only use it for getting my voicemail. If anybody leaves a voicemail, I know how to do that. I know how to dial out. I know how to get my contacts, although you can't put many contacts in my phone because the other ones get knocked out. You only can put about 10 in there, and that's it. You put any more in, the other ones get knocked out. I went to Verizon, can't get nowhere with them. Now the phone is updated, so you get all kinds of junk that's flying up there. My wife and I would be happy with an ordinary, simple flip phones. However, my wife is using her cell phone much more, like Walmart.com and Amazon, ordering stuff that way. We don't have Norton in there. The security that we have in our smartphones is whatever came with Verizon. So in her new laptop, we took out the Norton. We got a plan where you got 5 Norton accounts, 5 computers, okay? So we had to take the Norton 360 out of this. You simply go in there and you're on your website, you take it out of the Windows 7 and put it into the Windows 11, which is in there, okay, now. Okay, she did all that. However, the email, the SBC Global AT&T, whatever you want to call it, there's videos on how to do it. We're going to try that when she feels up to it. It's just very tiring. It's hard, and you got nobody to help you out. You know, people don't realize this because if you grew up with this technology, in other words, if I was 20 years old now, I would probably be one of these geeks that would be into this stuff. I grew up in rotary phones. I grew up in party lines. My first cell phone was about a 1-pound brick. Good old analog. Simple to use. And, you know, then when they started, you know, I stayed with the flip phones. Those were great. There were 3G. I got I've got some down here, the old phones. I've got some over on top of the tube tester on the other side of the shop here, and they were so simple. You get a call. You know you can see who's calling before you open the phone. You got a little preview screen, which is hard for me to see. I just grab my magnifying glass, look at my flip phone. I see, John Doe from Idaho's calling. Okay, so I answer the phone. Hi, John, how you doing? On the smartphone, you don't know who's calling. It does not tell you. It rings. You slide up the thing and you answer it. Well, there it is. It could be a telemarketer. It could be anybody. So you got no way of knowing. You just got to answer it. So much better on the flip phone. And all you had to do was just push a couple buttons and you get into your voicemail. It was so simple. We didn't have text. It had it. We didn't use it. None of us use it. Buttons are too small. Can't figure it out. Don't do it. Things were simple then. So, anyways, I just wanted to show you this. My son Tommy expressed interest in it, but the problem is, you got to put this on a pad because you don't want it to run too hot. It's a damn good computer in its time. 2010 is when I bought it. $499.99 at Walmart. And we got the receipt and the books. Back then they gave you all that stuff, And it's a damn good computer. And of course, none of us can use them stupid touchpads. We can't use them at all. Always get a wireless mouse. Still got the original battery in it. Not leaking. Still good. And you got your little dongle on the side over here to put in for that. And that's it. So I guess I can unplug this. But, I'm flapping, I know. My son probably want to go out for coffee this morning. Wife has a nurse coming 3 times a week, but not over the weekend. And I do a lot of assistance, cleaning up and everything, whatever has to be done, and she didn't get hurt when she fell. She just fell because she was standing too long. The nurse was there working on her and everything, tending her, and, her legs only can hold her up so long. And then she fell to the floor, and, we had to have paramedics come and put her back on the couch. She didn't get hurt, so good thing. So there's so much on my mind, and and I don't want to burden anybody with our problems. There's enough problems in this world now without me talking about mine or our problems. See, so I'm kind of limited on what I'm making on videos. Like I said, I took her to the doctor yesterday, and we got a lot of things we're trying to get, like medical transport and stuff like that. We're working on all that stuff, and so that's really it. So it's vital that she has her ATT Yahoo Mail in her laptop, even if it costs us $100 or whatever at the computer shop to do it. I really don't like to do that because they see the password with it. I really don't like to do that. But you got to do what you got to do. So there were some problems. Like I say, I'm not going to get into it. I blamed Windows 11 for this. I was told it has nothing to do with Windows 11. We were going to get a refurbished Windows 10, because that's good until October of 2025. And who knows, what's going to happen in the future then. So that's what we were going to do. But I was told that Windows 11 has nothing to do with Windows 11, why you can't get Yahoo Mail into the computer. She was able to get it into this. and her desktop, because she had this as secondary. That's in here. She was able to get it into all her other computers that she had when she got the second Windows 10 desktop, same model, the Dell 490, I guess it is. I made a video on that. She was able to get that in there with no problem at all, using the same password. Boom, it's right in there. Windows 11, the laptop wouldn't take it. So I was blaming Windows 11. So that created hard feelings. So, honest to God, I don't understand this stuff, and people got to understand it. If they can't, then don't watch my videos. That's all I can tell you. Because, there's a lot of geniuses out there that think that I am a genius also, and they think in their minds that because I know it, it's simple to use, that the old goat should know it too. And that's not the case. So that's my vent for today, rant, whatever, and that's all. So I want to thank you all for watching. I'm sorry to carry on like this, but this is just the way things are. We have a full plate, and it's really putting a strain on everything I do. As a family, it's really, really stressful. And the last thing we need is a computer problem. And she would never, ever bother getting a laptop if she was able to physically get up, which she can do, but it's very, very hard for her to sit comfortably at the computer chair until she heals up on the back of her legs and stuff like that. And she's still got the catheter in her, so it's hard. So I'm not going to destroy friendships with computer problems. I'm not going to do that. So that's really it. It's there's no comments on this video allowed, because whatever help somebody's going to give me, if they do, and I usually don't get any more on that because I'm too thick-headed to understand things. So you can tell me all day long on the phone. You can tell me all day long on the, by email. I try it, it don't work. Or I don't understand what you're saying. And when you ask somebody the same question over and over and over again because you don't understand it, that creates hard feelings. And we don't want that. Friendships are too valuable. Take care, everybody, and thank you for putting up with my rant.